Anti-meta deck coming to you from King Leonidas 109. Let's check the monsters out. 1 BLS, 3 T-Kings, 3 Dynas, 2 Breakers, 2 Doomcows, 2 Banisher of the Radiance, 1 Gale, 1 Spirit Reaper, 1 Effect Veiler, and 1 Kaiku. To the spells, 3 Pots, 2 Smashing Grounds, got a Book, a Dark Hole, a Heavy, and a Monster Reborn staples. 2 Warnings, 3 D-Prisons, 2 Dark Bribes, 2 Compulsories, Mirror Force, Judgment, Torrential, Trap, Dust Shoot, and Starlight Road. Onto the extras. 1 Steel Swarm Roach, Stardust Dragon, Arcanite Magician, Trishula, Bryanak, Utopia, Black Rose, Catastor, Ancient Fairy, Colossal Fighter, and Leviathan Dragon. So this deck by far is my favorite so far. I mean, besides 6 Sams and Gravekeepers, I mean, they've gotten hit pretty hard because of the ban list. This deck didn't really get hit too much, I mean, besides the whole Royal Oppression thing, which is why I added the 3rd Fossil Dyna. And I really like the 3 Fossil Dynas because they just stop too much. You just gotta have them. And the only monster I really summon is BLS to special summon, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, the thing I really like about this deck is that a lot of decks try to use up resources to kill just one of those guys. It could be 1 T-King, 1 Dyna, it could be any one of these that they'll try to get rid of, meaning they'll use maybe Dark Hole or Book of Moon, anything that gets rid of just one monster. So to think of it pretty much as if all of them are on the field, at least 5 of them, meaning a Banisher, a Doomcow, a Dyna, a T-King, or a BLS. Just get any one of those guys in and you pretty much could win the game just by those guys alone. Now what protects them the most, obviously, we got the Trap card lineup. Of course, the double warnings and 3 prisons. You gotta have 3 prisons. And since you're running a bunch of traps, you gotta have 2 dark bribes. Compulsories, get rid of the pesky synchros and exceeds that you can't really get over. And then you got the Starlight Roll. And Trap Dust Shoot is just amazing. It just screws up so many plays, and then you could just predict every move. And then, of course, Judgment. So this deck has won me a lot of games. This deck can pretty much compete against any deck out there. I mean, this deck beats Dark Worlds, which is like kind of hot in the market right now, and I have no trouble beating them at all. Fairies, they do give me a little bit of a problem, but again, just get the Banishers, just get Kaiku, and just get Fossil Dyna and T-King. Those are the only cards you really need to screw up the deck, so I'll take that back. I have no problems beating them either. Yeah, the Synchros and the Exceeds, they're pretty standard. Not getting too serious with them. I hardly bring them out, but if the time ever does come, I could bring them out. And yes, I can bring every one of them out. I don't just have them there because I have them. I can bring each and every one of them out if I wanted to. Just because I have the Effect Veiler. So, I have 1 Effect Veiler because it's good to have. 2 is too much. I used to have 2, and 2 was just, it was a hand clog, and I didn't want that. 1 Kaiku, I could run 2. I have a second one, as a matter of fact, but I think 1 is just good enough. I could run 3 Doomcows, but 2, again, is just to keep consistency, and I don't want to have 2 or 3 on the field. I always just have 1 summoned on the field, if anything. And the BLS, I just felt that this deck needed a boss monster, so he comes in great handy. He's always the game winner for me, so that's why I need to keep him. I used to have a Gorz in this deck, but it didn't seem like it was a good fit because I run so many trap cards, and then there's magic cards that I set, and then I quick play them and all that stuff. And these guys are always out on the field, like 90% of the time, so it's pointless to have Gorz. And I like everything in this deck, I mean, some people run 2 Fossil Dynas, I run 3 because it's just that good, again. And just BLS is the only monster I special summon, so I have no problem with that. So, that's the deck, guys. Tell me what you guys think, and King Leonidas signing off.